For our final project, we did file compatibility and transfers between Mac OS and Windows 10. I'm Braden.
And I'm Ben. So, to start, our goals were to compare the Mac operating system and the Windows 10 file compatibility and how files can be shared between them. We also learned how a network drive works and how it can be set up to computers. We also we're learning how to add storage to a MacBook in different ways.
So we started the project by plugging in an external drive to the Mac through USB. We got to the drive by going into Finder, and under Devices we just found the name of the drive.
So then we also created a test file because you have to have something that can show it. You can move files back and forth. And we just created a simple Word doc, as you can see here, to move between the two of them.
When we tried to save this file to the external drive, the user did not have permissions to write to the drive, and we couldn't do anything on the Mac with that drive.
We got the error that you can see on screen. Now, in order to get the file to the Windows computer, we attached a regular USB flash drive to the computer and just moved the file over.
To move the file to the flash drive was pretty simple. We just had to drag and drop after finding the flash drive in Finder.
Now for the transfer to Windows, we ejected it from the Mac and plugged it into the PC and accessed the flash drive quick and easily.
We then, in the flash drive on the PC, we just drag and dropped it from the flash drive onto the PC and opened it.
And we found that we could access the file we could access and change the file with no problems on the PC.
This shows that the file systems used for documents in Mac OS and Windows 10 are compatible, and that you can transfer between them without problems when there are no restrictions.
So the next step was for transferring to a network drive. So we will transfer a file between a Mac and a PC using a network drive which is hooked up to a router, providing us wireless connectivity to said drive.
This file was just a picture on my computer that we picked of Clark Griswold. This will be the file that we will transfer.
Now, as for actually transferring the file to the network drive, in Finder on the Mac, the network drive automatically connects and adds files. Adding files is super easy. We just drag and drop with the GUI of the file system.
The PC we were using had some funky server thing going on, so we could not connect to the network drive from the PC. We tried to troubleshoot it for a while, and finally we just tried it with a different PC, and it worked just fine.
We believe it was because my computer, which was the PC, has some sort of protection on it and or just some sort of malicious program, which at a later date I intend to clean up and figure out what actually went wrong. So, as for using the second PC, it was using Windows 7 and had some disk issues, and once they were resolved, we were able to transfer the file from the network drive.
This shows that Mac OS and Windows 10 also share file systems with photos. This tells us that using a network drive is pretty simple when you have working PCs.
So, overall, what we learned is that the Mac OS and the Windows 10 use the same /compatible file systems, and you can easily store documents and photos between the two of them. We also learned more about implementing troubleshooting process when trying to connect the network drive to the first PC, and in this case, being unsuccessful until changing PCs.
Our research could be used for like a business that's starting up and they want to choose which OS they want to operate on. If transferring files only needs to be simple like we did here, if they only need simple file transfers, then each employee could pick which OS he wanted to use, he or she wanted to use, because they are compatible.
Any questions?
You gonna edit out the last few seconds too?
Nah.